We have another NHL trade involving prospects again, this time between the Philadelphia Flyers and once again the Chicago Blackhawks. We'll discuss the details coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. In case you're missing earlier, we did have a prospect trade earlier today between Chicago and Montreal, and now we have a trade between Chicago and Philadelphia. If you want to get the details of that other trade, there is a video posted to the channel from earlier today. So this trade involves, again, two 23-year-old prospects getting a fresh start. Likely will both start with their teams in the American Hockey League and see if getting into a new organization will create more of an opportunity. In the Flyers' case, they're bringing home Evan Barrett. Evan Barrett is a Pennsylvania-born player, 23 years old. He was a third-round pick in 2017 of the Chicago Blackhawks. He's a 6-foot, 188-pound center iceman. He went to college hockey, played at Penn State for 3 years. He put up 28 points in 63 games last year in the American Hockey League for Rockford. It was his second American Hockey League season. So really, for 2 years pro, to be almost a half a point per game in DHL, it's not awesome by any means, but it's showing some progress. And I don't know if this will amount to much, but for a team like Philadelphia, who we know is dealing with some, certainly some injuries this year. They also have a lot of players kind of going back and forth between Philly and the Lehigh Valley team in the American Hockey League. Maybe he'll get himself a shot and be able to carve out something a little bit more of an opportunity than he did in Chicago. But obviously we know Chicago doesn't have a very deep team right now. They're actually surprising a lot of people and actually winning more games than many expected this year. But the fact that, he still wasn't in the NHL with that roster that they have shows that, these are not high-level prospects, and, it might be a bit of a long shot, you could say, that either will make to the NHL. Now, going back to Chicago is prospect defenseman Cooper Zecht, another 23-year-old left shot D. He's 5'10", 175. He was not drafted, would have been eligible the same time Barrett was, but did not get selected. Looking back over some of his stats, going up through the ranks, trying to become pro. In 17-18, he played in the BCHL, which is the British Columbia Junior Hockey League, where he was more than a point per game defenseman at 69 points in 58 games. Now that is a lower level junior league, so it's not uncommon to see guys dominate in that league and then go on to other greater things. But typically, for those kind of numbers, you usually see them getting drafted. And after that, he did play 1 year of NCAA hockey at Ferris State, where he had 28 points in 36 games. So again, good stats. He's been in the American Hockey League now for 3 years, and his point totals have dropped down considerably. So even though at the NCAA in junior levels, he was more of an offensive defenseman, putting up either over or close to a point per game, that is not translated at the pro level at all. His point totals are very, very low. So obviously not a player I've had a chance to really see much of any, so I can't really comment too much on his exact skill set, but based on the numbers here, looks like I said, it's probably going to be a bit of a long shot, but they're both on teams too, like I said, that have, not the deepest rosters right now. They're kind of going through a transition period, so maybe a fresh start with some new coaches might be able to elevate their games. Only time will tell. But like I said, the trade earlier between Chicago and Montreal at least involved a former first-round pick in Nicolas Baudin. So, I think of all the players we've seen kind of change uniforms today, he's probably the guy that'll get the most opportunity, given how of a highly sought-after prospect he was, at least a number of years ago, and we'll see where things are at now. So let me know your thoughts on this trade. Nothing big here at all, just some prospects getting fresh starts to see if they can get their careers moving any further ahead. So let me know your thoughts on the deal. Stay tuned for another video coming with the rest of the NHL news around the NHL today. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.